Nice.
You got us rolling.
I hate my cat. Shop. You know, I'm trying to. She called.
It's really too short.
I didn't pick up. All the back. And then you try to make still get an easy answer back, and that's not my current. So I
I said the cemetery levy.
she said, you know, it's not that she got one number, I'm like, question for you, something, say, fellow, so what do I ask for a dump? And I heard back on it, I was almost gonna be so, and say, see if she's still on the floor. I was like,
The one he sent me was like a servant type Yeah.
All the ones all in toolboxes and stuff.
Yeah.
That's still good.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
I can put
That's
some
the only one I
kids
can.
He doesn't care.
You saw that,
He's like,
one with toolboxes on it, yeah.
So that's
On the same settings. She's going over that all day. There it is. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
With the approval of the meeting minutes from 5/11, regular meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve.
All in favor? Claims for payroll,
I'll make a motion to approve.
claims and payroll. All in favor? Town manager,
We cleaned up a tree that fell across West Ellis and Catherine Street. The fireman showed up because I was standing by him. We had a water leak at the housing for the elderly. Mike Coleman came over and he dug it up, and it was an old meter pit, and the gaskets blew out, so we just put the new meter in there, so it's outside of the building now, and it's a touch read, so.
the one over here at the old lamplight.
Yep. We helped with the high school getting ready for the softball regional game. Melissa finished up the ARPA funding with Janet. East Car storm sewer pricing, I'd like to get prices for that. It's going from 700 East Car down to the ditch line. Just see how much it's gonna. Then I can bring them prices to you guys.
Yep,
We'll
that
see
sounds
what
good.
goes on. The water response letter is on your desk. It needs signed.
Okay.
The water examination application needs a signature for me.
Okay.
And then I registered Austin to take the classes for the water.
Great. Thank you for that. Town marshal report,
37 calls for service, 7 assist to other agencies, assisted by other agencies 4 times, 2 ordinance violation, 2 citizen assist, 4 assist to fire and EMS, 1 bin check conducted, 1 property damage accident, traffic violations, 2 emotionally disturbed persons, 1 citizen assist, 1 juvenile problem, 2 suspicious person calls, 2 theft calls, and 1 alarm call, 1 911, 1 welfare check, 1 civil dispute, 1 road rage incident, 17.5 reserve hours.
Park board report, lots of park board.
Yeah, we're all here tonight. We hosted our park cleanup day. We had about 25 volunteers.
Wow.
Yeah, we tore down the old softball fence past the rec field, cut up the old utility poles to dispose of, pulled lots of weeds, picked up lots of garbage, weed, etc. Cleaned up the areas to spread the gravel, but we didn't get to that yet. We also helped with setting up for the softball regionals. We have continued working on grants and fundraising events for park upgrades. And our biggest project currently is raising the funds for the 4th of July fireworks. We've got all the details for the party in the park lined up. We have partnered with Rolling Rooster. They're gonna donate 10% of all their sales on Wednesday from the Rolling Rooster and the Sweets Truck to donate to the fireworks. We launched a t-shirt shop today for Milan exclusive design 4th of July shirts, so a portion of those sales will all go to the fireworks as well.
That's exciting.
So we're inching our way closer.
Is that it?
For now.
Okay. Do you wanna talk about the parking lot, the gravel and that too?
Yeah, if you wanna go ahead. I didn't know if that was on your agenda.
I don't think we really have talked about it, but let's
Okay.
go ahead and bring it up.
So we did have Failing Excavating. They excavated the area across from the baseball field where the town's been kind of dumping like the gravel and the brush and all that. They leveled all that out. Chase gave me a quote. He is willing to do all of the work with spreading the gravel and turning that into a parking lot if the town would be willing to supply the materials of the gravel. So it was $14,800, and that includes removal of the 2 trees that are in the center of the lot. We asked if they could take those down just because that would almost double the size of the area. That was $800, but it looks like the rest of it was for the gravel and limestone coating, but he agreed to do all of the
So, and that was removing those 2 trees too,
Correct.
right?
cutting down, removing them, grinding out the stumps, everything.
Okay.
Yep.
And I think, did I send you guys this?
I think so.
Yeah, from Austin. That was a quote for the same work.
Gotcha.
He did already level everything out.
Yeah,
But-
he's already working over there, but it basically,
Yeah.
you see that.
He also said he would be willing, sometimes they have extra dirt from projects that they work on, that as he gets that, he would be willing to kind of fill in so we could expand in the future if we wanted to, but
Right.
Yeah.
So,
When are you guys looking to have that done? I'm sorry.
as soon as possible. I know the baseball just had their tournament, but I know football and soccer are kind of in a dilemma with their opening day. I'm still waiting to hear back from football. They're trying to move their opening day to Sunday, and then soccer will be on Saturday, because right now they're both scheduled for Saturday. Parking is always an issue over there anyways,
Right.
but the sooner the better, and
yeah, so that's kind of why I wanted her to bring it up tonight, because I think it'd be good to get that ball rolling.
yeah. And it would be nice to get gravel down before it starts growing up again.
What was that amount?
14,800.
Okay. So that's where we would need to figure out, I don't know what's in park right now, but, what else could we maybe use to help with that? That's obviously the bid we would take as far as that goes, I think.
That includes gravel all the way down that road too, where people single file park.
Oh.
So it includes the lot and then extend it
The
down.
lot
that level.
and that strip.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Would it be beneficial that we approve this pending we figuring out where we want to pull the funds from? Instead of putting you on the spot to figure it out right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's,
You
It's
think that
fine.
we can figure it out at this point somehow?
yeah, I guess it will depend on what else you approved tonight. So,
Okay. I don't think we have anything else going on as far as approving tonight.
okay.
So we approved Terry's vehicle, that other meeting, so that's already been decided.
Well, I mean, as far as where it's gonna come from, just because you approved it,
Well, that's.
may not be,
No, that's what
we
we're
may not-
saying.
Right.
That's
No,
what we're
That's what I'm saying,
asking.
pending
Yeah.
prior, where you find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if we have to, maybe we can do a portion and at least get somewhat started, as far as that goes, so. We'll approve up to this amount, pending we can find the funds. If not, we'll approve whatever we can find up to that
and
amount,
tell me what that is again.
14,800.
And if we have to not include the trees in that for now, it would just be work we'd have to address later,
It's only
but
800,
Yeah.
right? That's only 800, right?
yeah,
Oh, but the 14 is fine,
okay.
just not the 800.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll just make sure I understand you right. Yeah.
I was just saying if that helps at all.
We'll work on this and see if, even if we just mainly get the strip for now, I think would be the most important, and then
Yeah,
we
he
can.
leveled all that out, so it's already better. My concern is if we don't get that gravelled, we're gonna have to put something up because people are starting to park, even though it's just dirt,
Oh,
they're parking back there.
okay.
Can he shoot grade? Cause
Can he
it
do
looks, shoot grade, cause it looks like it goes down and then it comes up.
Yeah, he's gonna hill grade
You're
it,
gonna-
level it all out and everything. He just kinda knocked it down. He didn't fill it in with any other additional dirt or anything. He just leveled out as best he could with what was there.
Right,
Yeah.
we just want that, we got.
To run off,
Ditch
yeah.
right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
Right,
run it
yeah.
off, okay.
yeah, he'll make sure it all runs the way it's supposed to.
Okay.
Yeah, he came up there for a couple hours on our cleanup day and just
Just-
kinda hit it, and he was like, if you wanna turn it into a lot, I'm happy to do the work if you guys can get the town to pay for the gravel, so.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to approve pending you
funding,
find the funding.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Just to add something to that, if I may, there might be additional costs for some traffic control on that though. In the sense that you're gonna have people blocking people in unless we put up some poles,
I
ropes.
was thinking
or
those
something.
poles that you guys pulled out of, we could maybe even work so we could
I
somehow,
don't have
What poles you talking about? The
the utility
fencing?
poles.
those telephone poles that were
Yeah.
over. we
They
could-
advised not to use those.
I take exception to what Hooker said though,
I'm fine with
cause I
that.
think you could use them for that, but I'm talking, and that's for car stops, to keep them from
Yes.
going over the edge.
You don't want them to go over the
Right.
edge.
But the fact that you have people parking right
Yeah.
up against the blacktop and then you want them in that lot,
Right,
you can't leave people to their own devices. Somebody's gonna
Exactly.
block somebody in, so at a minimum, but is anybody claiming the fence post that came out of the fence?
No, we still have all that.
Oh, never mind. Never mind,
okay.
we're good.
I think we can work on that. I don't think
Because
that's,
ideally, you wanna have at least a single car with entrance into that.
absolutely.
Otherwise, if
And
you
even on
just,
both ends if possible.
Yeah.
right, but that's gonna.
We can work on that
Right,
separately.
that
That
needs to
doesn't
be
have
marked
just
and
figured out
designated,
tonight.
because like I
Yeah.
said, you can't leave people to their own devices.
No, I
We
totally
can get
agree with
some
that.
railroad ties too, just so we can-
Okay. Anything
Yeah.
else with the park board?
No, I'm good.
Great. Okay, thank you.
Well, are we on there for later?
You're on here for later, yeah.
I'm on here for later.
You want me to go
No.
ahead?
You can go ahead, yeah.
Okay. Well, apparently for some reason I drew the short straw on this one, and I had a nice big speech laid out, but Rachel pretty much covered everything.
Yeah.
Bottom line is, our function here is to let you know that things are in works, as Rachel mentioned, as far as fundraising goes. But in short order, this is also to let you folks know that if not tonight, within a very short period of time, the direction that we go in is probably gonna fall to you guys. And what I mean by that is, there's 3 paths we can go. Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. Plan A is things go down perfectly, we get the money that's needed. I'm sure most of you are aware, it went from, 15 to 24.
15 to 24.
Yeah.
So this
Okay.
is the, flyer that we've been going door to door, we've emailed it, we've posted it everywhere. We've been posting these all over social media, just saying, hey, here's where we're at, trying to give people a visual.
Yeah.
Like, we're only at 12.6 right now. We were kind of in the same position last year as far as needing to raise that difference still with the 4th approaching, but obviously this year we have to get to 24,000 instead of 15, so we're like, where's all the extra money gonna come from? This is the flyer that we've created with the businesses that will all be there reporting the park, and then the bank has actually recently reached out to us. They're posting this in their
On their counters and everything.
yeah, and we're gonna put a bucket there, so they're kind of encouraging that as well. We did put out buckets last year. They only maybe brought in what, $20 here or
Melissa
there,
can
so
tell you, it wasn't very much.
it wasn't very much.
They have an account set up over at Savista?
Savista, yes,
Okay.
and that's shared on here, that you can make
Okay.
checks payable, you can stop in and make a payment. We don't have a Venmo this year, but I don't know, I mean, that's not really, people that wanna donate, they donate regardless of if it's a
Yeah.
Venmo or a check or whatever, but,
Right.
what was I gonna say? What else?
Let me go back to the original,
Okay, I'll let you talk.
the original scheme. Plan A, the short version is Plan A, Plan B, Plan C. Plan A is things go down perfectly, money comes in, there's still some, what I understand are large donors that have not spoken up yet. We've got fundraisers, we did the 4-way, Paige and Rachel have been working the phones, knocking on doors. So if all goes as planned, life is good. Plan C is due to the lack of funds, it's canceled, and that could be a very real possibility. But again, that would only be with your oversight, your approval. Plan B, and we're not sure what history there is in terms of funding this event, but Plan B would be, I guess, an undocumented amount of commitment from you folks that whatever the balance is, it comes out of town funds. But again,
We've never set an amount. We've never really, been faced with that per
Right.
se. So I don't know that we could even say an amount today.
and that's what, I didn't intend to say an amount,
And
basically.
the thing is the July 4th fireworks will be before our next meeting, so.
Right, so that's why we're bringing it up today, saying,
We could always have a special meeting, if need be, if it's, within a reasonable amount. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna be able to go 11,400, you know
Oh
what I
no,
mean?
we're still waiting on the Legion's donation. Rumpke has committed to 500. We haven't received that check yet, so we're still
There's-
waiting. There's
there's
still
money
outstanding.
coming.
Yes,
Good.
but if all else fails, we're not canceling it. But
well,
We
you
could just-
said,
no, we will not cancel it. We'll just have to tell her like, here's what we have. Do with what you can. If the fireworks show is 10 minutes shorter, what do you do?
Is that a possibility?
I haven't reached out to her
I
yet.
gotcha.
Just
Do you have a deadline time frame? Does
Yeah.
she?
after you read
No,
those comments
she-
about Batesville,
stop it. He's reading negative comments on Batesville's fireworks, how people talk trash. People love Milan fireworks.
They do.
They do. But we're getting closer. It's just
I know.
this
I
year
know.
it went up so
It's
much.
crazy.
I'm gonna be honest, if it's 24,000 again next year, I don't know that the park board we can't do it by ourselves. And I don't think it's fair for us to have to raise $24,000 by ourselves, because then it's almost like we're double dipping when we turn around, we have all these plans for the park, and it's like, we just asked for money for the fireworks, and now we're turning around asking for money for playground equipment or whatever the
Right.
park needs.
And one of the big businessmen that donated put a sticky note saying, I will gladly give you this, but maybe you should use it something more beneficial
Yeah.
than spending that much money on fireworks.
And
I get that, I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I think
I
that's
feel
what we
the
had
same.
discussed many years ago, why we didn't want to fully fund it anymore because of all the things that needed to be done yet
Right.
in town. So
I
it's
don't
hard to
think it was
spend that.
ever funded by the town.
and that's why I mentioned the history.
Yeah.
Right.
Collectively, we don't know whether there was ever a point in time when it was.
I believe it's been funded through like the fire department.
donations.
And
Yeah.
then, they ran it for a while, for years, and the Lions Club do it for a little while. I mean, it seems like there's been lots of different entities.
To the Lions Club and that kind of.
Yeah, and I think the big one of the big things too was a contract. That's kind of where there was a sticky point there for a while too. When we went with Rozzy, they wanted a contract, and the Legion no longer wanted to, have that responsibility. The town didn't want to have that responsibility, for the same reasons. It's like, well, it's great. We love fireworks, but just blowing up that kind of money.
And I mean, it brings a lot of business and stuff to our community, so it is huge.
Oh, yeah.
But if it's something that maybe like the park board and the Legion and the Lions Club and the town and not the Christmas walk, but all these, if we could all just come together and split the responsibility of raising the funds for it, and not just the three of us. I mean,
I get it.
I'm exhausted.
I know, and Melissa, I know, knows
Yeah.
the very same thing, and it's like I said, it's always kind of falling on somebody steps up and takes it, and we really appreciate you guys doing it.
As much as we love the fireworks, we have huge visions for the park that are long-term, not just the 30 minutes of fireworks at the park. The park doesn't benefit from the fireworks at all. We don't make any money,
No, I know.
we just get to clean up the garbage afterwards.
And taking very seriously the concept that people will say the money could be spent better elsewhere. The only thing I would add is if you folks, through your positions or whatever, know people that you could reach out to that might be willing, that we might not have thought of or might not have hit up. Christmas Walk has a list of contributors this long. Park Board has a list of contributors, but like I said, if you folks through your town work or town business can think of anybody that might be willing to, chip in, even if it's under
I
the
have a
premise,
donation for you. I do.
even if it's
Go
under.
get it.
What am I, the train? I got it. All right.
I don't have to talk.
Who's the official? Yeah, well, you're the money keeper anyway.
Anyhow, okay, we will,
Anyway,
going forward, we're trying to see what we can do down the road for that,
And
but let's try to get
that's
through
why I
this
said-
one this year and
it
go from
wasn't,
there.
the intent was not to, commit you to here and now. It was just to let you know,
Yeah, and if we,
Depending-
like I said, need to have a special meeting here in a few weeks to kinda,
depending upon where that
Yes,
number one
looking at
felt, the
it.
closer we get.
Yeah.
A certain amount of decision-making might fall back on you guys.
Okay.
So,
yeah, we can discuss, and I'll stay in touch with Rachel and,
And my first
And
question
you-
to her is, what's the price gonna be next year? Because she said the price increase was due to the 250th, which there are a lot more people having celebrations. It's a big year, but if it's gonna be that much every year, that's a lot for a little
then
town.
it's time to shop around maybe.
Yeah. Well, that we
Or-
did shop around a little bit, and she still was
Really,
most reasonable.
yeah, hopefully that was the 250.
Yeah, that's what we're keeping our fingers crossed for.
That's
Not-
what you kept telling me,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
not to drag this out, but one thing I did throw out there, and I mentioned this at Christmas Walk, and dear Lord, God, they beat me up, is going in with other towns or another town, like share, like, does Morris Hill do fireworks? If not, would they be willing to, let's call it the Morris Hill Milan fireworks? Maybe partnering up with somebody else who's willing to chip in and takes part of the credit for putting it on. I can't say, yes, apparently there's Hatfield and McCoy things going on as far as the Christmas walk is concerned, but maybe not so much with fireworks. Maybe having more time to prepare going into next year, we can reach out to maybe some of the surrounding areas and maybe, generate some interest that way. That was just food for thought.
Great.
So.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate all you guys are trying to get done as well. All right, Milan Volunteer Fire Department.
So for the month of May, we had a total of 23 calls.
So sorry.
23 calls for service. 7 of those were 1050s, 4 fire calls, 5 medical runs, 2 trees down, 3 power line issues, a gas leak, and 1 public assistance with a busted water line. Firemen give 77 and a half hours to the community for the month of May for all the calls. Preparing for the 4th of July dinner. We're afraid that this one's going to be a golly washer. We're going to be very busy. Also making plans for additional traffic support. We work with PD trying to get everything. So we do have a commitment from other fire departments close that are willing to come in and help with traffic control that day. So getting ready for that. One other thing I want to address too, I've gotten a couple questions the last few weeks, last few days, from citizens coming up to me and asking me about us parading the kids around town. And my answer to them is that every opportunity that we have to celebrate something in this town, any opportunity that we have to pull a fire engine out and run it down the road with lights and sirens and nobody's dying, nobody's house is burning, by golly, we're going to do it. The cost is minimal, and every opportunity that we have to celebrate, we're going to do it. So I don't know if they like my answer or not, but
I like your answer.
well, we find it very important to celebrate the kids and the accomplishments in the community. So we're going to continue to do that. If anybody's got any questions on why or how we do it, they're more than welcome to come up on our business meeting and address the membership. So thank you.
Thank you. All right, old business.
So I think this is me,
I think it is too.
the county zoning code resolution. So this is the resolution where Milan, Rosales, and Osgood have partnered to try to get the zoning code changed in the county code for your towns, where you're establishing, basically an overlay district and to modify the non-conforming use provisions for first floor residential uses. So, I think the county had requested, and Joe Jenner's handling this on behalf of the county, I think he's been working with Deb on that. So the county had requested some changes to what we had submitted before. Joe put it in form. This really isn't changing anything that you've done. The only thing that I don't have as we sit here today from Milan is, I think Deb had given him a map, and there were some issues he had with the map.
And I sent him a new one today.
Okay, I've not seen it, I don't know that he's seen it. So,
Yeah, I can send it to you too.
Yeah, so
Okay.
basically what we're doing is, because the county, so the public hearing on this is held by the county. So they have to publish notice. So what we're trying to do is just get the resolution passed by Milan, Verzales, and Osgood. And then the public notice and the actual hearing on it will be then held by the county. So we just need to get this in place beforehand. So what I'd like to do is for you guys to go ahead and approve this resolution, subject to, us attaching Deb's map, or if Joe still has any issues that she can modify it to meet the requirements.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
What I've been showing you.
So the way this works is, I'm gonna take one with me to have all the towns signed off on, and then there's one that's gonna be here for the public to inspect once we get the map attached.
Okay.
And I can get your signatures afterwards, but I do
Okay.
need you to vote.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution.
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, new business, A and B excavation invoice.
That's the invoice where they replaced the hydrant up here at West Carr and Josephine. Just need approval for pay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chosen invoice.
That is for banners for farmer's market that the park had done up. Just need approval for pay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of final edits to handbook. So we had approved it a while back, but there was a vacation thing, I think, a sentence that had to be updated. We haven't voted on it. I think it was March that they
Yeah.
sent the final. We've seen it, we discussed it, it's all been done. We just haven't actually approved it in a meeting yet, so we have to do that. So we need approval for the final edits of the handbook.
I'll make a motion to approve the final edits.
Second?
Yep.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, next, open any bids for real estate.
So let me just sort of give a preface as to what we're doing here,
Yeah.
just so it makes sense. So, we had, a couple months ago, published notices for bids to sell the real estate that Pike had previously had an option on, and that option expired. Because we're doing a different procedure than what we normally do, and we're selling to abutting landowners, I needed to send out certified mail along with the notice of, the notice that was published in the paper. I forgot to send out the certified mail. So what we did is we extended the bidding and republished and got the certified mail sent out to the abutting landowner. So what you have there is a new bid in addition to Pike's bid that you previously received.
Okay, so.
So you
I
go ahead
can
and open it.
this one. The winner is.
If you just wanna read it,
The amount and everything.
yeah, it doesn't look like it's that long.
Okay, we're interested in offering a bid on 2 acres of the property you have for sale that is next to our land at, then it gives the address. So there's more than 2 acres there total, though, I believe, correct? They're just
So there's
looking-
2 different parcels, that total 11.87. And let me find my notice here. So one is 11.5958 acres and the other one is 0.2757 acres.
Okay, so
So there are no 2 acre parcels.
yeah, so they're just looking for 2 acres near their property. Offering 18,000 an acre, totaling 36,000 for 2 acres. What they're wanting is to join their 1.39 acres from Carr Street back to the back of their property line. And basically just to add to their property and keep it as is, maintain it and keep it in good shape now and in the future. And that's the bid, so.
Okay, so what I would do is just take that under advisement for me to review it to make sure it meets the criteria for a bid. If it does meet the criteria for a bid and we have 2 competing adjoining landowners, the next step is to go to them and say, do you want, how do you wanna handle this? Do you wanna increase your bid? Do you wanna buy all of it? That type of thing.
Okay.
Then it sounds like that is an abutting landowner. So that would be the next step. Ultimately too, you can reject all bids if you're not satisfied with anything that you get.
Okay.
So I would just take it under advisement, perhaps give me the authority in the event that we do have competing bids to negotiate, and that way maybe at the July meeting we'll have a contract.
Okay,
Okay?
so what she just said.
Yes, so moved.
I'll make a motion that we do what Lynn said.
Okay.
So I have a follow-up to that also. There is currently a farm lease on that property, and we need to terminate it. So if you could give me, I have to give 3 months' notice prior to the expiration of the lease. It was a 1-year lease that was dated sometime in September.
Okay.
So September 26th is when it'll come due, so I need to get them notice this month to get it in timely to terminate
Is
it.
there some kind of Indiana law about the distance, how far out? Cause I remember my dad running into that.
So, yeah, so there's written leases and there's oral leases. This one, it's in writing, but it's not been signed by the town. But obviously, the town has been allowing them to farm it, so it's considered an oral lease.
Okay,
Basically, it's a year-to-year basis.
Okay.
And you need to terminate it 3 months prior
okay, so,
to the end of the lease to get it terminated properly.
Even though it'll be terminated in September, they'll still be able to harvest their.
Right, yeah.
their crops.
But they said the September 2025, it's for the September 2025 crop year, so I'm assuming they should have everything out by then. But if not, that is something that we need to make sure, because whoever you would sell it to obviously doesn't want to buy it subject to the lease.
sure.
So I just need permission to go ahead and terminate that.
I make a motion that we have Lynn terminate the farm lease.
That's it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright, so take care of all of that then, I guess, real estate?
Yes.
Okay. Public items, application for solicitation Milan Christmas Walk.
They wanna hold a, 4-way on 7/25/26 from 8 to 11. Just need approval.
Nobody else is on there for that day. I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So we've already discussed park board fireworks fund, so we're set there. Now we can open it up to the public for comments on agenda items.
Yes,
So the
ma'am.
county zoning, is that for the whole town of Milan, or is that just for Main Street? What is that for?
For the, it's just a limited area, Carr Street and part of Main Street, and it's part of Carr Street actually, is here in the basically historic district we would consider where the businesses used to run down here on the street in front of us, Main, just a couple blocks each way. A block each way.
But all these are grandfathered in, that they don't have to do this?
Yeah, anything existing should be grandfathered.
Yes.
So,
I guess.
Clear as mud, right?
I mean, it's grandfathered in, they're not gonna change it, so.
In case
I already sold mine. I got two more, so, down here. But they're not 2 stories, so I'm not worried about it.
All right, I'm gonna make a motion to adjourn.
all in favor? Yes.
Both sides of the individuals.
Because I did on one side.
Do you have those from you? Two more.
Not here. And technically, you need three, because the one that's up there now is keeping. I actually.
I'm just gonna put one